Hi guys, and welcome back to another encryption tutorial. In this video we'll be discussing RSA, which is a public key encryption algorithm widely used for secure data transmission. So how does it work? Each peer has their public and private keys. When encrypting a message with one key, it can only be decrypted using the other key. Let's assume that we have two peers communicating with each other in a channel secured by RSA. The sender would encrypt the plain text message with the recipient's public key, so that the recipient would be the only one who could decrypt the message using their private key. Typically, the public key would be available in a public key repository. However, for the private key, as the name suggests, it should be kept privately at the recipient's side. Let's now implement the RSA encryption-decryption in Python. For this video, we'll be using RSA Python package. So, you're going to open up your terminal and you'll need to type pip install RSA. Once the RSA package is installed, then you're good to go. What we're going to do now is import the RSA into our program. So we're going to type in here, import RSA. First, we'll start by implementing two helper methods to generate and load the public and private keys. So we're going to type here def generate underscore keys, and we're going to generate the keys, which is going to be a tuple of the public and private keys. So we're going to create a tuple of pub key and priv key, which is going to be equal to rsa.new keys, and then it takes the size of the key in bits. So we're going to generate a 1 kilobyte key, which means that we're going to type in here 1024. Okay, what we're going to do now is actually write the keys into files. So I have a folder that is called keys in the workspace right here. So I just want to write both the pub key and the priv key in two files in this folder. So what I'm going to do is type here with open keys slash pub key.pem, and then we're going to write bytes. The mode is going to be wb as f.write pub key.save underscore pkcs1, and then we're going to give it the format, which is PEM. And we're going to do the same for the priv key. So I'm going to just copy this and paste it right in here. So this is going to be the priv key, and this is apparently the priv key as well. Okay, so now we're done with saving our files. So let's move to the other method, which is actually loading the keys. So def load underscore keys, and it's going to open the files that we've created in the previous method. So with open keys slash pub key.pem, and of course the mode is going to be read bytes, so RB as f pub key is going to be equal to rsa.public key.load underscore pkcs1, and then we're going to give it the bytes of the file, which is f.read. Okay, we're going to do the same for the private key. So I'm going to just copy this and paste it right here. And we're going to change this to priv key. Priv, not prib. And this is going to be private key. Okay, what we need to do now is just return the public and the private keys. This is of course priv key. So return pub key and priv key. Okay, now we'll create another two methods to encrypt and decrypt the message. So def encrypt, it's going to take the message and it's gonna take the key, of course. So what we need to do now is return rsa.encrypt, and then we're gonna encrypt the message, of course. However, we need to encode the message in ASCII. So message dot encode ASCII, and then we're gonna give it the key, and then we're good to go. Let's now implement the decrypt method. So def decrypt, it's gonna take the ciphertext and the key to decrypt the message. This is decrypt. Okay, so what we need to do in a try except block, we're gonna try to return rsa.decrypt ciphertext, and then give it the key, and then we're going to decode it. And since we use the ASCII encoding, then we're gonna be decoding it using ASCII as well. Okay, so if this fails, this means that the key is not actually or was not able to decrypt the message. So what we need to do is just return false. Okay, finally you will create two methods to sign and verify a message with a key using SHA-1 hash function. So we're going to type in here def sign underscore SHA-1, and then it's going to take the message and then the key. So we're going to sign the message with our key. So we're going to return rsa.sign message.encode ASCII, of course, and then we're going to give it the key and then the our hashing algorithm, and we're going to be using SHA-1. Okay, for the verification method, we're going to type here def verify underscore SHA-1, and then we're going to give it the message, the signature to verify, and then the key. So what we need to do is in a try except block, try to verify our message. So rsa.verify, and then we're gonna give it the message. So message.encode ASCII, and then we're gonna give it the signature, of course, and then the key. This verify